Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Grand Circle Tour podcast is about to air right this moment. Please remain seated and keep your seatbelt fastened at all times. Thank you.
The Disneyland Limited now leaving for a Grand Circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. All passengers board.
Star Tours announces the boarding of the Endor Express. All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the door.
Please keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the train and remain seated at all times. Now, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I am Sam, the American Eagle, and I am proud to introduce the Grand Circle Tour podcast, a celebration of Disney parks, but mostly the American ones. I really like these guys.
Aloha, passengers. Welcome back to the Grand Circle Tour. Jungle Skipper Jay here, and I will be your guide tonight. I am here with my three favorite co-hosts. That's right, three.
Yes, 3 is the number of the day.
First, we have the marvelous Mindy. Mindy, how are you?
I am unbelievable. It's so good.
I'm going to drop that. You're unbelievable right after that.
Dun, dun, dun. Unbelievable.
We're joined by Mindy's husband, Brandon. Brandon, my fellow black hole enthusiast, how are you?
Good, man. I'm great. I'm so glad to be on tonight. This is awesome. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Dude, Brandon, you're welcome anytime.
I'll take you up on it.
So real quick, just between us, I joined the Disney Movie Club a couple weeks ago. You can get the Black Hole Blu-ray only through the Disney Movie Club.
Really?
I got the 4 Blu-rays for $1, and the Black Hole should be here this week.
I watched that movie for the first time in 20 years, probably, like a month or so ago, but I downloaded it from a site and the quality was awful. So I am going to have to look into that because I loved it. I loved watching it and remembering all the great scenes that were with me for.
Wait for it to get here.
Yeah, that is so cool. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that because I want it.
Yeah, I've never seen the Black Hole.
Well, yes, she hasn't. And I remember asking her specifically, like even when we were dating, like, have you not seen the Black Hole? Oh, it's like the greatest Disney movie ever. She's like, what is that?
I'm going to bring my iPad. We're going to have a few glasses of wine. We're going to sit on the couch, and you and I are going to sit and watch it.
Please do. She will listen to you.
And last but certainly not least, Stan. Stan, how are you, buddy?
I am amazing, but you already knew that. But more than amazing, I am humble.
Oh, good. Always good to be humble and kind.
I am amazing, humble. No, but I watched the Black Hole just not too long ago. There's a podcast I listened to, the Disney Movie Review. No, the Disney Magic Hour. What the heck was it? Peter Tadone podcast. Disney Movie Magic Hour. And they're going through all the old Disney movies where they're reviewing from the beginning. And they recently, I guess a few months ago, the Black Hole. And I like to watch them before I actually listen to their podcasts. And it is not the movie I remember seeing in the theater when I was a kid at all.
It was much better, right? You liked it way more better this time?
I did not remember the ending whatsoever. I did not remember.
Did you at least remember the fireball down the...
Yeah. That I remember Bob. I remember Maximilian. I remember
Vincent.
The other Vincent. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't. The whole story was not the story that I remembered at all. And I had the comic book as well of the Black Hole. And yeah, but it was interesting. It's slow at times, but
yeah,
it's worth a watch. If you like Disney movies, you have to watch it.
I think that as a kid you watch it. It's so, I don't know, it was so big and grand. I think I actually got more into it than I did Star Wars at the time. And but I just I didn't see it for years and years. But Yeah, it's a little slower than I remember. I kind of agree. It wasn't the same, but it was amazing still. It was so fun to watch it and be like, oh, man, I used to be so into this movie. So, but I want to watch it with better quality than I did. So.
And I had a couple of like little plastic action came in cereal boxes. I think I still have them somewhere actually.
Cool.
But I got it on Amazon. I ordered the on Amazon. I didn't find it online with bad quality, so at least had that going for me.
Oh, good.
I have a copy on my Xbox. I have a copy of my iTunes. I have a copy of DVD. I have the novelization in hardback. And I have the Blu-ray.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't that expensive on Amazon. I think it was like $5 or something like that.
Really? Okay, I have to look at that.
For $1.99. It's on DVD on Amazon.
Yeah, Canadian $5. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Well, let's move on from the black hole because I'm sure our younger passengers are like, "What the hell are these old people talking?"
You know, when there have to be a time when we have our own show about that.
We're going to do an episode all about that movie.
Yes, we're going to turn the youth onto that movie. I know it.
It's like the Casablanca of 70s science fiction. You get this Star Wars thing you've heard of, or 2001.
I think I smell Grand Circle Tour review coming up.
We are overdue for ones.
Yeah.
So it is coming up. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up with everybody?
What's up? It's been a week for sure. Man, I got my plane ticket, so that's exciting. Had to get some things straightened out as far as what we were doing, but I'm excited because I'm heading to Disney World. I can't say where because I'm going, but when I say we're going, you and me are going, not Brandon and I. Sorry.
I'll have to live vicariously through you. Just FaceTime a lot.
Yep. Wah, wah, wah.
I'll text you pictures of her nonstop.
Yeah.
So, Stan, what's up with you?
Well, I just came back from D23 Expo.
We're not jealous. We're not jealous at all.
And you know what? It was an absolute blast. I really enjoyed going to the Expo. I kind of preferred Celebration. I don't think it's so much I think the floor was in Celebration. I enjoyed more in Star Wars Celebration in Chicago this year. The Expo itself, it's really hard to get into the big panels, whereas at Celebration, you have the overflow room. So even if you don't make it into the big panels, you can still see it. The shows like on screens throughout, not just in the overflow rooms, but on the main floor as well. And I think that made a difference towards my enjoyment.
So what was your favorite panel? What was your
we only went to the two biggest ones we went to was the Disney Plus. Which was amazing. That was a great panel. And I'm so excited for that channel to come out, or that streaming service to come out. And the other one went to a Simpsons.
Oh,
the
fun.
Simpsons panel. And
how was that?
It was fun. It was the best part was when they asked the audience questions and they were handing out a hand-drawn Matt Groening drawings that he did. That was the best part. And then Lou Mangello's son, for those of you that know Lou Mangello, he actually went up and asked a question, and he actually got one of the drawings that Matt Groening had hand drawn, and it was a full sheet of paper. It was really cool drawing. Now they did miss an opportunity because they handed out, for those of you that probably saw on Facebook, these Bart Simpson cutouts they were cardboard cutouts with a stick on the bottom, and Bart's wearing ears and his tongue sticking out. They didn't do anything with that. They just handed them to us when we walked in, and they didn't do anything with it. Why didn't they have us all hold these Bart Simpson cardboard cutouts in front of our own faces?
Take a picture or something?
Take a picture and post it on their Facebook page,
on
social media.
Hold up, Stan, I have a complaint.
Yeah.
I saw that picture you took with the Bart Simpson cutout. I don't ever need to see a picture like that again.
It would have been epic. I'm sure you two have heard, and just about everybody listening has seen that picture of the Mickey Mouse Club that was taking in the theater, where all the kids are wearing those Mickey Mouse masks. It's creepy as heck.
Yeah,
they could have recreated that. They had probably about 2,000 people in that arena, it would have been awesome to have 2000 Bart Simpson sitting in the audience, and
that would have been so cool, just for their
cool.
Instagram, something.
Exactly. They and everyone would have went to their website or to their Facebook page, wherever they want to post it, and they would have gotten all these extra hits from everybody going, yeah, I want to go see if I can see myself in the picture.
Right.
But they missed out. I'm only one person. I can't come up with all the ideas.
Well, maybe you should.
Speaking of ideas, Stan, do you have anything else going on you want to talk about? Anything you want to promote?
I have a little project that I'm working on. It's still in the working stages. It probably won't come out until, I'm thinking, October. I'm going to kind of spin off and do my own spin-off podcast. So this is the first time I'm really announcing it. And it's going to be called The Solo Show. And it's going to be bi-weekly. And I'll be solo in it, but I won't be solo because I'm going to have a different co-host every bi-week. So it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to try it. It's something I've been planning and thinking about for a couple of years, actually. Even before we started the Grand Circle Tour, I was kind of tossing this idea around in my head. And I never could come up with a logo, never could come up with a name. But I'm excited for this.
That's exciting.
And of course, I'm going to have you two on as co-hosts eventually. And if you're a friend of mine, I'll probably be calling you and saying, hey, you want to be a co-host on the show one week? Because I'll be looking for co-hosts and ideas for topics. So
we're
half hour.
I know I'm excited for this, Dan. So all of our listeners are, passengers are, and I expect all our passengers to listen to the solo show.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That sounds awesome.
Hopefully.
A fun spin-off, and you're so good at it, and we're excited to hear it.
Now, the question is, do I start off each episode with Hey Gang, or do I come up with something different? That's the question.
So I have a waltz up, and it is, surprise, surprise, music. I picked up the Walt Disney Legacy Collection Pocahontas soundtrack. And I have not heard the Pocahontas soundtrack in, honestly, years. And I was going to give it a quick 4 stars, 1 thumbs up. Really enjoyed it. It's a great score. Great to hear it for the first. Great to hear the complete score to something I haven't listened to in a long time. But really enjoyed it. And unlike some of the other albums, the bonus tracks and the unused tracks and demos are really good on the soundtrack.
So there's more than just the color of the wind in this movie? I haven't seen it in forever.
There's colors of the wind.
There's 2 different colors of the wind. There's red and blue.
Does it come with a version of Melissa McCarthy's Color of the Wind that she did on Fallon or whatever it was?
It was Jimmy Fallon. Did you see that? The lip syncing she did? If you haven't seen it, go YouTube it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Gonna have to drop a link in the show notes for that one.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyway, it just made me think of that.
So what are we talking about tonight, guys?
We are talking about, well, because we decided that I crashed, if you don't remember. I crashed Jason's trip.
You're not crashing this trip. You're part of this party.
I just invited myself. That's what happened. And he was like, sure. Oh, okay. And it just went from there. So we're going to go have fun at Walt Disney World for a week. So we're talking about trip planning and maybe getting some tips from our passengers. And what are some? I haven't been since.
Some of our trip ideas.
It's been a few years since I've been to Walt Disney World, so I'm excited.
I'm passengers. If you listened to the episode like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was trip planning for mom, because this is we're big in mom, and I'm trying to talk my sister into it. I've almost got her, but this is mom's first trip to Walt Disney World. She's only ever been to Disneyland, never any other Disney parks.
Well, we're gonna have fun.
I wasn't on that show, but Jason, having your mom, or you called your mom and having her on the air, that was really cool. That was special. That was a really unique show, and I loved hearing your mom on the show.
And you guys all hear I get my aloha from my mom.
Yeah, yeah. She had the line down pat.
It's funny. She calls, whether she realizes it or not, every Sunday night, like right before we start the show or during the show. Well, my folks are in Hawaii right now. Surprise, surprise. on a 5-hour time difference. And she's like, I'll call Jay real quick. And I'm like, hon, you know you called 10 minutes before the show on Sunday.
Oh, that's funny.
So what is your mom most excited about experiencing there? Since this is her first time, is there something that she's like, oh, I have to do this while I'm there? You got to show me this.
She's pretty stoked to try the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, we're going to have fun. I'm excited to go with her.
That episode, Mommy Likes Wine.
Mom and I are going to have fun.
The whatever in wine festival.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you two are just going to be like, hit it off and like, we're like, girls go.
Yeah.
They're taking off. Heck yeah. Oh, gee.
That's cool. That would be a good experience. You know, that, and that's like a way cool experience for someone first going there to experience that.
Yeah.
Right, so we fly in on Monday. I kind of want to do the Poly Monday night and do the Edison another night if we can do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, when is your mom flying in? When
So she gets in Monday. We're all flying in on the 30th. So
Right.
if we have any listeners that are Uber drivers that want to like pick us up, George gets in at 8:30. I get in at 11. We're gonna Uber out together. Mindy, you get in at what time?
Right at 3:50.
And my mom gets in at like 6.
Yeah.
10-ish.
So I can wait there for her, or I mean, if
she's gonna rent a car, so you guys can ride together.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I'll just go somewhere and eat and hang out for a little bit. I mean, it's going to take a little while just to get off the plane, So
like, but what do you really want to do while we're there?
I want to ride the People Mover. It's kind of.
Oh my God, you and my mom are going to hit it off.
Oh my gosh. I could just sit there on the People Mover and not get off for an hour. I love it. I love it. I miss it. It's so nostalgic to me. I'm really excited to do that.
That is her number one ride. So excited.
So Mom and I are going to have a blast. And then I want to, I don't know, I've never seen the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom, which is crazy. We always leave, like,
what?
Just never seen it. Nope. Never seen it.
Are you talking Wishes or Happy Ever After?
Either one. We've never stayed for the
okay.
Nighttime Spectacular.
Oh, wow. And I guess Illuminations will be done already by the time you go, because you're going October, right?
Yeah, it ends the night we get there.
Yeah. So you're going to not be able to see Illuminations. But does the new show start that day then? I know the new show doesn't start that they announced at D23, but they're going to have a temporary one in between.
Yeah, Epcot Forever, we just talked about this, so I should know.
I imagine they're going to have like that temporary show in between, like right away. I'm guessing.
Siri, when does the show Epcot Forever begin at Epcot?
I found this on the web.
Coming fall 2019.
Yeah, in the fall. There you go. That explains it.
Wow, she's helpful.
Thank you, Siri.
So do you have like an agenda already kind of figured out about like what you're going to do, what day?
That's a good question. Why, of course.
Like, what's the first thing you're going to do, and then go from there?
So, like, tentatively, and we don't have George here because George is going to be there with us. So tentatively, so we all get in one day. We were talking like Epcot Tuesday, Magic Kingdom Wednesday, because that's the only day the park is open after 6 p.m.
Right.
We're taking Thursday off, maybe doing Animal Kingdom. And then Friday, we're doing the Hollywood Studios because at the stroke of midnight at Hollywood Studios, we're at an event for the 25th anniversary of the Tower of Terror with Mark Silverman being put on by none other than Pixie Dusted Dreams Travel and Events, where you can find George and I, who would love to help you plan your trip, and our quotes are free.
Yay!
Nice.
So the fun part, I mean, the dessert party is going to be amazing.
So now, if I were to suggest how you should set this up, instead of doing Epcot the first day and do Magic Kingdom the next day, and then maybe Animal Kingdom or downtown Disney Springs, what you should do is first day you should go to Galaxy's Edge and spend your entire time at Galaxy's Edge. And then on your second day, what you should do is you should go to Galaxy's Edge and spend your entire time. And then on your third day, what you should do is you should go to Galaxy's Edge and spend your entire time at Galaxy's Edge.
That's what I would do. This is why I'm not going Because I just spend my whole time at Galaxy's Edge.
I take it Stan had fun at Galaxy's Edge. I saw you making your lightsaber. I'm like, he is in heaven right now.
You know, my favorite thing about D23 was finding out Stan can ride the Millennium Falcon.
Did you ride it?
I did. I was lucky enough. Actually, what happened was we got to be the two pilots. So I went with my friend Scott, and Scott was the left pilot, so he got to control the left and right, and I got to control the part that I really wanted to control, was the up and down, because that's the part that would make me nauseous. So I'm in control of the up and down. I'm not going to get nauseous. I was perfectly fine. We did it again another time, and same thing. I got right pilot, up and down. Scott got left pilot and doing the left and right. We did much better the second time. And you know what? It's more like a game than it is a ride, I would say. I don't really consider this so much of a ride, more as a game. And we did so much better the second time round. Fast forward the next day, I wake up. We rented a house. We had a third roommate. I was there in the morning. I'm talking to him, and he says, "Yeah, I went to Galaxy's Edge last night. It was great." And I says, "Oh, what part did you play?" And he says, "I was the engineer." And he says, "But there's two little kids that were doing the flying and controlling the left and right. And they were tiny. They could barely reach the hyperspace lever. They struggled to reach the lever." He said. And it was a rough ride. They were banged around something awful. He nearly got sick on it.
Oh my
God.
So now I'm worried. I did fine when I'm controlling the up and down.
You can only be the pilot. Captain Solo can only fly the Falcon.
Yeah. I'll be in Chewie's spot, controlling the up.
You're like,
down.
I have to, people.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you want to have to get a mop and bucket out, you're going to make me the pilot.
You know what, though? This makes me think, like, what if somebody was a pilot, obviously like the little kids, but they just were bad at it? Does that make the experience less good, I guess? Like, if, let's say that no one touched the controls, would you still have some kind of experience with it? Like, how
I have heard a few people say that, like, no matter what position you're in, if you're just going to be in there taking pictures and not participating, you're going to affect the rest of the crew.
It's a game, is what he's saying. Like, you do, if the kids were to do that, you will crash. And then when you get out, it, like, I don't want to say it smokes, but you can tell your ship crashed. And then if you win, it does something else. Like, it has a different outcome from who flies it and how you do.
So, you know, I have a solution to that problem, because I keep seeing these ads where the little kids are flying the Falcon and the parents are in the back seat, and I'm thinking to myself, that's a really cute ad, but I've waited a lot longer than these kids.
Yeah.
If you saw the original ones when they came out in theaters, it's all about seniority. You get to fly the Falcon. Prequel watchers be in the middle, and sequel watchers in the back.
So what you're saying is, if you're over 40, you're allowed in Batu. If you're under 40, stay off.
If you're over 40, you get to pick pilot first.
Listen, you could wait another 20 years like I had to.
I waited literally 40 years for this.
40.
Like, this friend of mine, I met him on the Star Wars cruise. So he's a huge Star Wars fan. And he got to do it, one opportunity to do it, and he got to engineer. Like, and he, all his life, you know, I can hardly wait to fly the Falcon. You know, that's every Star Wars fan is to, you know, want to fly the Falcon or an X-Wing or a TIE fighter, whatever. And he had his opportunity, and he was put the engineer. Now, to be fair, he did the single rider line, and it's well known if you're going to do the single rider line, there's a very good chance you're going to be an engineer. So that's just the way the system's working.
But if you passengers, if you ask cast members very nicely with a smile, "Can I please sit here?" Usually they'll pull you aside and let you sit where you want to sit.
I was just going to say, so how many people can go into the cockpit? 4?
6.
6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. I want to do that so bad.
And for me, the highlight was pulling the hyperspace lever. That was my highlight. Was being able to do that. Yeah, and I thought it was 3 levers, like in the movie, how they pull it and that you pull it with your claw, kind of. No, it's 1 lever, and it has been a bit of resistance to it, which was kind of nice. Yeah, it wasn't just a toy. type of
Well,
thing.
as soon as we get back from Walt Disney World, just about a week later, we're going to go to Disneyland for almost a week. So 5 days. It'll be fun. We're getting annual passes again. So we didn't, just because when it had expired right before Star Wars was, going to open, and we thought, okay, just like everybody else, like what's going to happen, and we knew we weren't going to go and didn't want to waste those months not being there. So, but then they came out with this new Flex Pass, which I'm really excited for, because we'd use it just as though it was a Southern California pass, and we're really, really excited for that. So that's when we're going to go, and Brandon can go ride the Millennium Falcon.
Heck yeah.
I ran into an Imagineer that actually worked on the Millennium Falcon attraction and the other parts of that too. And we asked him how many cockpits there are, because the lines go
how
through
many
very
are
quickly.
there?
I mean, even when there's massive lines, they go through quickly. So so he said the official answer is there's one.
Oh.
But he did say if you go online, you could kind of see maps of the thing, and if you are very interested and very inquisitive, you could find it online. And
so
any
how many
website, I never did go and look, but as you're leaving, you pass all these doors. These are doors to different cockpits. So there's quite a few. Like the lines go very quick, and Disney did an amazing job at it. Yeah, it only holds 6 people, and you're in there for quite a while actually, but the lines go quickly.
It just must turn people, like the way they have it timed.
Yeah.
Where it's just turning out people. So that's good.
Yeah. They did a really good job in planning this attraction completely.
Yeah, we'll be able to go there
That's
when
cool.
we go to Hollywood Studios and have fun. So
Really quick, before we move on, I have to ask you, Stan. For you, the ultimate Star Wars fan, what was it like to walk into Batuu for the first time?
It was ruined.
I wish I'd taken a screen capture.
You know what? My plan was to go in and to take it in and to really enjoy the experience and maybe, get a heart and shed a tear. And as I'm walking in, I get a message, and it's from that friend of mine that was looking for a third room, looking for a room to stay. So I quickly messaged him back as I was walking, trying to keep up with my other friend that I was with. And I kind of missed the grand entrance thing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oops.
I was looking at my phone. Don't look at your phone when you go in, people.
Oops.
So I'm looking at my phone. I'm replying to this message saying, yes, we have a spare room available. And so I'm in there. And then Scott says to me, he says, Stan, turn around. I turn around, and there's one of the Thai, not the Thai, but the Imperial Shuttle. I call it Imperial Shuttle. I'm old school. It's not Imperial Shuttle anymore, but the shuttle's there. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Then we kind of walk a few more, and then you start seeing the Millennium Falcon appearing. And it's like, there's the Falcon. I can see the cockpit. And you kind of come around the corner, and the whole thing is there, and the lights. It was great. It was the whole land is done so very well. And I played the Disney Play app game, which I didn't think I would do because I'm not a video game guy. And I got into that Play app. It was really cool. Like, you think all you're doing is just scanning things and translating things, but no, there's more to it. You're intercepting messages, and some of them are pretty funny. Like between the shopkeeper and people trying to sell stuff, you're getting all the different messages. And then when you're near, I don't want to spoil it for people, but do the Play app near the X-Wing and near the shuttle, because it is really cool. Basically, you start up the X-Wing with your phone.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like when you're walking by, every once in a while you'll hear the X-Wing fire up, and there'll be like people in the park that's controlling it. I'm not going to tell you how you do it.
funny.
You have to figure out how you do it, but it is cool to experience that you're controlling it.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Stan, since we're going to go here. What I have seen, and maybe they're wrong, but what I'm finding is people online who are big Star Wars fans are kind of let down from Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge, whatever you want to call it, because it's not an actual, like when you go to Universal Studios and you go to
Hogsmeade or Hogsworth or whatever.
That you're literally stepping into that realm. And when you go to Batuu, it's not really a place that you're familiar with. So does that take away from Star Wars at all?
Not Not one bit. Not for
Not
me.
one bit?
No, no.
Okay.
You are in Star Wars land. You're in
Okay,
the
so
Star Wars universe, and I'm
someone
glad that
like-
they did that. I'm glad they did that
Good.
because now it's not going to age.
Okay.
If they were to do Tatooine,
Yeah.
then it's going to be eventually Tatooine's no longer be a place. This is always going to be a place.
So do you have to watch Star Wars to know what this land is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. No, I mean it's good to have a gist of it. I mean, like most people know what an X-wing fighter looks like, and the Millennium Falcon looks like. Those are your two key ones. What a stormtrooper looks like. The stormtroopers walking around are really interactive. I'm not sure what they're like at World, but at land, they don't have handlers walking with them. They're walking around on their own, and if you try to mess with them, they'll get in your face.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I'm even more excited now.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this?
Yeah,
blue
Scott
milk?
almost went down in the fetal position.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh,
So what's your take on the blue milk?
Okay, so I tried the blue milk. I banned the green milk, and I only tried the blue milk in the cantina. It came with the cookie. The cookie was great. The blue milk, I liked them both. They were both very good. To me, they're both completely overpriced. Honestly, I'm glad I tried them, but I don't think I'll be running out to try them again just because of the price. Like $8 for a small glass is a little bit more than I'm willing to shell out for it.
That's
And you know what?
know you're in California. $8 for a glass of milk.
Yeah, and it's rice milk. It's a non-dairy milk. And from what I'm hearing is it has there's little ice crystals in it, and in Florida the ice crystals aren't there by the time you can drink it because they already are melted. And then that added to it, I think, was the little ice crystals to the green milk. And I enjoyed them both. I thought they were both delicious.
So we have an opportunity I can't talk about yet until after we get back from our trip. But we have an opportunity to see some Star Wars exclusively. What is your number one piece of advice for us going into it for the first time?
Stay off your phone.
yeah.
Take it in. Yeah, no. Appreciate it that you're there, and don't be texting and messaging, and honestly, don't even do Facebook Live. Like I was doing some attractions at Disneyland, doing Facebook Live, and it's great to share them out to people. Afterwards, I try to remember, did I even do that attraction? Because I was looking at my screen rather than the attraction. And yeah, so I would say stay off your phone and take it in and enjoy it that you're there. Afterwards, you could go and take pictures and stuff. It's not going to go away.
That's a good tip.
That is so cool.
Cool.
That's exciting.
That is
So
exciting.
let's get back to your planning. We kind of went off track there.
Well, that's a big part of the trip. I mean,
Yeah,
that's people have been waiting how many years for this? It's going to be.
Well, I've been
Very
waiting all
cool.
week to hear Captain Solo give us a recap of Star Wars.
Yeah, and my thermal detonator blew up with the Coca-Cola bottle. I was holding my Coke bottle and I got a message at the time, and I looked down at my watch and I was holding the cap and the cap fell off, the fake cap of the Coca-Cola detonator bottle, and it landed on the inside cap and it kind of cracked a bit, and it started spraying and spinning around in circles, and I was getting showered in Coca-Cola with my phone and my watch and everything, trying to grab this bottle. And the detonators actually do explode when you drop them on their caps. So be careful with those.
Wow. So I haven't been to Walt Disney World. The last time we went, it was just a few weeks before Pandora opened. So we have not even been there yet. I have never seen it. Haven't rode any of the attractions. What is your go-to tip for that? What would you say I should?
Well, first of all,
See.
get a fast pass for Pandora, and for a
Okay.
Flight of Passage. And if you can't get a fast pass, and get there early. Hopefully, now that Galaxy's Edge is open, that will kind of relieve some of the rush going to Flight of Passage. I doubt it will, because anyone who's in that park is going to be rushing to that one attraction.
Right.
And,
So you know what's funny, guys, is we're talking about Pandora, and I was doing my top. What are my top 3 attractions I want to see in Animal Kingdom? And it was Everest, the Safari, and Dinosaur. And I kept thinking about Animal Kingdom. I kept forgetting that Pandora is there.
Exactly.
yeah.
Not for lack of advertising, but when I start thinking about, I want to do this and that, I just keep forgetting that Pandora is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have to go to Animal Kingdom. That's why. See? You wanted to skip right over it.
Yeah, and the safari as well. You want to do the safari. That's something you definitely don't want to miss. Is the safari. The earlier you do the safari or the later you do the safari, the better the experience is. Because the animals will be more active.
So I want to do it at nighttime.
Right. And I think that it'll be okay to do that, Jay, because if there's a ticket that's available right now for our passengers who don't know, but it's available and you can go in after noon to any of the parks, and it's so much less. It's almost like $200 less to do this, but then you can stay till park closing, which is weird because most people, they sleep in or do whatever. And we actually started doing that at Disneyland, where we don't really go to the parks till 1 in the afternoon, kind of sleep in, make breakfast, hang out, and then go close the parks. It's so nice. It's nice outside. It's cool. And to do this and then be able to stay and experience the parks that way.
Well, and what's great about it is we're staying off property. We're share-with members, so we're staying at the Vistana Resort. We have a 2-room villa with a full kitchen, and a washer dryer, so we can get up leisurely, make breakfast, kick it at the pool, and then drift over to the parks and get there right at noon.
Yeah, that's the way you guys should definitely do it. Especially with your mom going and she's not an early riser. That's the way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
As far as the safari goes, though, I wouldn't do it at night. You could do it just before the sundown. Yeah, because at night you're not gonna. It'd be like I did it at night one time, which pitch black, and the driver was kind of like, "Hey, look over there! It's a stick. Never mind." And if you look over to your right, you'll see there's a rock. That rock is always there, so it's easy for me to point out.
So sunrise or sunset, it's so pretty.
Yeah. Just as a sun, and it's so beautiful going when the sun's setting on that safari as well.
Yeah.
Whether you go in Pandora's Flight of Passage and at night, daytime, whatever, you're going to have the same experience. Whereas the safari, your experience will actually change.
But with the safari, though, even if we don't see a bunch of animals, I think it's more about the experience and the atmosphere, like being out in the savannah at night and just letting your imagination take over.
Well, do it twice then. Trust me, do it as the sun's setting and do it at night then. If you want to do it at night, because you're not going to get everything. And same thing with Everest. You could do Everest during the day, and it's a different experience again to do it at night. So.
Yeah, the Yeti never moves. So outside, I got to ask you, outside of Galaxy's Edge, I only have one thing at the studios that I truly love. It's my favorite thing in all of Florida. It's a thing we're there to celebrate. What do you want to do at the studios?
Oh,
I ride the tower. The rest of the park is gravy.
I love the Aerosmith attraction. I do. I love it. I am not like everybody, and we ride it at Disney California Adventure, and it's fun, but I don't see like.
Wait, I gotta stop you. You ride Aerosmith at California Adventure?
No, I know what you're saying. No, I'm moving on past that. We ride. There's another attraction that I'm talking about, and that is Toy Story Midway Mania. So we ride that at I know I kind of worded that weird, but
I was thinking I knew it was in France or used to be.
No, I like Aerosmith, and then I said we ride a certain attraction at Disney California Adventure. I was talking about a different one. So
I kind of was like, "What are you talking about?"
Sorry, I worded that strange, but. Everybody goes and runs to that ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mindy.
So everybody runs to, I guess it's really popular at Disney World, and everybody loves Toy Story Midway Mania. It's great, but it's not that long of a line as it is in Walt Disney World at Disneyland or California Adventure. So it's great, but it's not something I have to see. I don't even know if it's open. Is the Walt Disney it's a walkthrough. It's really cool. And then at the end, you watch a video. It's got his
Yep,
office in there. Is
Walt
that
Disney
there?
Presents. That's open now, yeah. And it's back to
I
the
love
Walt Disney
that.
movie now.
That's my favorite. I love it in there.
Last year when I was there, they had Julie Andrews' Jolly Holiday dress on display.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Yeah, I haven't been, because last time we went to Disney World, we went before our cruise, and we only went for 3 days, and because there was nothing open at that point, they had closed stuff left and right, we skipped over Hollywood Studios, so I haven't been back for a long time, probably since 2012 we haven't been to Hollywood Studios, because we missed it the past 2 times, and we did all the rest of the parks, but not that one. And I don't really even know what's really open there right now.
Well,
So-
you got the whole Toy Story land that's open now. That
Oh, I
you've
know.
never seen.
Okay, I
So
have to go
Slinky
see that.
Dog,
Slinky Dog Dash.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, I'm
as well as
excited.
alien swirling saucers, which is you're familiar with the alien swirling
Oh,
saucers.
dude, we've been
Toy.
talking about alien swimming saucers since episode 1.
Yep. I am excited to go see that.
Yeah, so that's definitely something you will want to check out. You can get your picture taken with Edna Mode, and on the other kind of around the corner there, if you're into character photos at all.
Okay, but let me ask you guys the most important question about Hollywood Studios, because we do have to eat.
The food.
So, Sci-Fi Drive In, or 50s Prime Time?
50s
prime time.
Hands down.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's
So
hilarious.
if we walk in, can I pull the server side and go, "This is my mother. She's never been before. Can you give her a scarringly humiliating experience?"
So can we make reservations for that, being that we don't have tickets?
You
Can we do that?
should. Yeah, you should
Okay.
definitely should make reservations for that. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so we need to do that.
100%.
Jay.
You
We
you
need to
kind
make
of have
reservations.
to, or otherwise
Like
you won't be getting it.
ASAP then. So I'll do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and at Magic Kingdom, I loved it. I loved eating there. Was at the what's it called? It's the Beauty and the Beast restaurant.
Be our guest.
Be Our Guest. It's really good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Can this little jungle skipper make one little jungle request?
What?
Can we eat at the jungle skipper?
Skipper Cantina.
Heck yes. Of course.
Now,
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mindy,
to
this
eat
is where
there with
you and I differ. I only had 2 meals I wasn't ecstatic or thrilled about, and I kind of would give them less than 3 stars.
What did
That
you
was
have
Be Our
there?
Guest. It was Be Our Guest, and it was 50s Prime Time.
Oh, that's
Those
funny.
are the only 2 restaurants in all of Walt Disney World that I've been to.
Oh,
Was it
that's-
the experience or was it the food?
Both times it was experience. Yeah,
Oh,
the food
wow.
was very good at both.
Wow.
Both times it was experience. Yeah. We were-
Man, you must have gone on an off day or something.
I know. We were
could very
blown
well
away
could very
with
well be.
Be Our Guest. Like, we even ate in the dungeon, which is the West Wing. Like, it's really dark in there. We thought it was cool. And we
That'd be-
sat
that'd be
next
the
to the
better place to
Rose. And
Yeah,
then,
that'd be the ideal place to eat. I was in the Grand Ballroom, and it was super noisy, and
Yeah.
the server wasn't that great. And
Well,
yeah,
see,
it
I'm
was-
such a nerd. I don't care if it's noisy. I only want to eat there if I can eat the ballroom.
oh, yeah. It is cool. It's just big in there. So it's like cafeteria feel. So when you go off to one of the sides, it's a little more intimate.
I
It's
love that
easier to get
series
refills.
so much. I don't care if they just give me a can of beans. I'm in the ballroom.
Yeah. So yes,
I'd
we're
rather
going to
be
eat
in
at
the
the
West Wing.
Skipper Canteen. That's going to be fun.
Okay, so write that down. Write that down. You're doing 50s Prime Time and Skipper's Canteen.
Yep.
So Epcot, are you just going to do food and wine dining, or are you going to go to eat somewhere?
Mommy likes wine.
That's all you need to know.
Well, they sell it in more than one place at Epcot. Trust me.
That's
It's hard to
funny.
find a place that doesn't sell wine at Epcot.
Well, I don't drink, so I'll laugh at all y'all. That'll be fun.
What about
Were you gonna
food,
say,
though?
Jay?
Because what about food though? Because I'm when it comes to Epcot, I would prefer not to eat Chinese or Mexican things I can get at home. I love Spice for the Table and things like that. What about you?
I love it. And you know what? I really like going during, because like I said, this week that we're going, we always go this particular week. And it just so happens to be because my kids, we do year-round school in Arizona, and they get almost 3 weeks off. So we always end up at Walt Disney World or Disneyland, and then we take a week cruise. We went on the cruise last year during this time. The year before that, we were at Walt Disney World and then the cruise. So it's every single year, and I'm just going without my family. But this just happens to be Food and Wine Festival again, because we're always there during that time. And I love eating my way through Epcot. It's so much fun, and you get to, you're not filled up at one spot, but you get to taste your way through every country, and it's a lot of fun. I love the dessert spots; they're super good. Getting cronuts, oh my gosh, the cronuts are to die for, and just having fun through Epcot. It's a blast, and we've sat down, and it's not open any. Maybe it's closed. I don't know. Electric Umbrella. I know people roll their eyes for that place, but. It's easy. It's to go. My kids love it. We're like, let's go to the Electric Umbrella.
I just like it for the name. It reminds me of all the car colors in the 90s.
Yes, and it's air conditioned in there, and you get free refills, and I don't know, want your basic hamburger or chicken sandwich, then that's where you go. But we've never really sat down at a restaurant in Epcot. The first time we went to Disney World, Brandon and I went for late honeymoon, and we didn't understand. We just thought it was like Disneyland, where you could just kind of go with the flow. So we walked up to, we didn't understand. It was Le Cellier. And we walked up, we're like, can we eat here? They laughed at us. They're like, nope. I know. All my passengers are like, yeah, right. Nope.
We've learned a lot since then.
Yes, we have. Can't do
funny
that.
to say that about it not being like Disneyland, Mindy, because I've been telling my mom for like 6 weeks now that it's not Disneyland. It's an entirely different experience. You can't compare the two. And I don't think it's really clicked to her that, because I've explained to her, when I sell vacations as a travel agent at Pixie Dust Appearance Travel and Events, hit me or Georgia up. I tell people that when you go visit Disneyland, you're visiting a resort in a city, or when you go to Walt Disney World, you're visiting a city the same way you would visit Chicago or New York.
Right.
And I keep saying this, and I know she still sees Disneyland, so it's going to be truly mind blown when we get there.
Disneyland to us is a trip. Walt Disney World is a vacation. And it's different. You're in a Disney bubble the entire time you're at Walt Disney World. When at Disneyland, you're in a city and you're going to a park. Yes, you're immersed while you're in the park. You can go across the street to a McDonald's, like literally, or go to a Denny's, and we always do that. It's like you can just drive down the road and do whatever and end up somewhere else. And just, you can pick wherever you want to go eat. You go to a Wendy's, and not at Disney World. You're literally eating on property, sleeping on property. I know we're not staying, but we're just right off of it. So you're still in that bubble, and you're in a city. It's so different. And like I said, the first time we went, we looked at a map. We're like, oh, we could walk. We didn't understand how the bus system worked. We thought it was like Disneyland where you just walk across an esplanade. Nope. It was miles in between every park, and we didn't understand. We thought you had to the bus system wasn't free, that we had what is going on? It took a little bit we learned a lot since then.
I like to describe it like this. If you picture an envelope and you have the stamp on the envelope, that's Disneyland. And then the envelope itself is Disney World.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm having so much fun tonight. I think I'm going to have to call this episode This Way, That Way.
Yeah.
We've been at it for over an hour, so let's kind of...
Yeah.
Let's bring this Jungle Boat back to the dock.
It was fun, and it was all over. It was just a mishmash posh, but
give me your last
good.
thoughts, everyone. Give me your last thoughts, everyone.
My last thoughts is I'm excited to go take these tips that Stan even gave to us and just go have fun. I'm excited. Hang out and go to Disney World.
And if the Electric Umbrella is still open, don't go there. Go to Sunshine Seasons. You'll thank me for it.
Oh, that too. I've never been there, so I've always wanted to try
Sunshine
something.
Seasons is so much. It's air conditioned too, Mindy. Just like Electric Umbrella, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, no, Electric Umbrella is fine, but there's nothing wrong with it. But Sunshine Seasons is just a level up.
Good. We'll have to eat there.
Well, I'm bummed I'm not going, but I know you guys are going to have a great time. So I'm excited for you. So I'm excited to see the video and the pictures you guys bring back. It's going to be a fun trip.
Yeah. Oh, I'll vlog it all and bring our little GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro everything.
GoPro everything.
Just follow us on social media and you will get a play-by-play update between the four of us.
Heck yeah.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
I kind of feel like booking a plane trip now.
I know, me too.
Buying a plane ticket.
Well, it's funny you said, Mindy, you were not bringing your family. I was going to make a joke. Well, it's just us girls, but then I realized George is going and he's not.
Oh, that's fun. And I plan on going shopping, and I'm pretty sure I need a new Dooney and Burke purse, so that is coming home with me. Surprise! Hi, honey. Okay, and a new dress.
Make sure she gets one with a long elbow strap.
Because he carries it. I'm like, here's my purse.
Because I'm carrying the thing half the time.
I'm the ultimate shopping companion. I'm like, yeah, put your purse on my arm. Good with you.
All I know is we have to go to downtown Disney and go to the co-op shop where the dress store is, because they have so many more dresses in there. And I'm all about vintage Disney. Yes, Cherry Tree Lane, where the Disney dresses are, and get a Dooney and Burke purse and drop some mad cash in there. So that's my plan.
And that won't get confusing at all once when Cherry Tree Lane opens at Epcot.
Oh, yeah, right? They're going to have to...
I'll meet you at Cherry Tree Lane.
Which one?
Exactly.
Eat, drink, be merry, and ride rides. I just can't wait to get there, guys.
I know.
So much fun.
Yep.
Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
And with that, take it away, kid.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to like our Facebook friends page, Grand Circle Tour Magical Ticket Holders. While on Facebook, like our group page, Grand Circle Tour. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, as well as Instagram, GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. If you would like to send us a message, you can email us at gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merchandise can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your adventure, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.
There is an inexorable force in the cosmos where time and space converge. A place beyond man's vision, but not his reach. It is the most mysterious and awesome point in the universe, where the here and now may be forever.
On my ship, you ask.
It is unavoidable, moving through space, swallowing everything in its path. Radio waves, light.
Are you programmed to speak?
Even planets and stars.
Thrusters.
That madman is headed straight for the black hole. What'll we do? We wait.
We got you. We got you.
Hurry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
Now,
Gravity's at maximum, Dan.
my God, I think it's got us. Man is about to enter
We got a break here too.
the black hole. A journey that begins where everything ends.